Hello everybody, welcome back to another brand new Gran Turismo Sport video. We're here once again for the FIA Nations Cup here at Fuji today in the Group 2 machines. Coming into this, I actually had a bit of confidence for a change. We're driving the 2016 Nissan GTR, and this is probably my favourite Group 2 car, not going to lie. I haven't always had good races in this car, but this is probably the Group 2 car which I feel most comfortable in. Not too sure why, to be honest, but yeah, I just do. I actually did a bit of race practice as well before this race, which again is something that I don't normally do. Can safely say that paid off. But anyway, on to qualifying now. Here is our first lap across the line. 1:31.7, not great. That's pretty terrible actually. It can definitely go a hell of a lot faster. But on our second lap, as you can see, we go way deep into T1 there, so that's already put us on the back foot. I decided to continue on with this lap, as you can see, I'm actually up, surprisingly, in Sector 1 on my previous lap. I went wide at Turn 1 on the first lap as well, so somehow I'm actually still quicker at the moment, which makes absolutely no sense. But anyway, we'll carry on. As you can see, we got somebody right behind us as well. And I was a bit 50-50 on what to do here, because obviously you don't want to intentionally try and get in the way and hold anybody up. But then obviously in saying that as well, you know, I'm still on a lap. So, you know, there's no law saying just because somebody might be on the lap behind you that you have to get out of the way. But as you can see there, 2/10 down in the mid sector, so it hasn't been a great middle sector of the lap. I don't think we're going to improve here, as now we've got the guy behind actually trying to overtake us as he's turned us on the exit, and that has sent both of us off into the fence. And I think that was pretty stupid, to be honest. Yeah, I don't see why that was necessary, but oh, well, I suppose you can argue the point, you know, he's still on a lap, he wants to get a wriggle on, and he obviously felt like he was being held up. Probably should have actually gotten out of his way there, but yeah, anyway, that happened. So we reset back to the pits, and we're on our final lap of the session now. My PB in practice, I think, was a 31.1, which I think at the moment would put me about P2 or maybe P3. We are, it's looking like we're going to improve, but how much? Not quite 2/10, only a 31.5, and we remain in P5. So, I can't lie, that is not a good lap. That's a pretty trash lap, to be honest. In the end, we actually get demoted down to P6, as I think ART Phillips, who I actually haven't seen around here in a while, has finally shown up for the first time in God knows how long. So he parks the GTR in 3rd position, so that demotes us down to P6. And yeah, I can't lie, I'm really not happy with that, to be honest. The lap felt good. That was the annoying bit, you know. The lap felt clean, it felt good, but yeah, the pace just was not there. And yeah, like I said, it's just really annoying. But anyway, P6 still pretty good. And as you can see there, the guy tagging us in the chat there with basically just a question mark saying, you know, what was that? And you know, my response to that was, well, you did start your lap a lot closer than what I expected you to. So yeah, that was interesting. But anyway, P6 here at Fuji. Definitely going to have to try and make up a few positions off the start. Fuel saving is key in this race as well, so we'll see how that plays a factor. But let's get into it, and I don't know, let's just see where we end up. Alright, so here we are, standing start here at Fuji from P6 on the grid. Going to be an interesting race this, hard tyres. A pit stop is necessary, but only for fuel. You don't need to stop for tyres. So this is going to be interesting to see where everybody pans out at the end of the race. But 5 lights, and away we go here at Fuji. Looks like a pretty average start. Side Bishop has launched off the line in that 2008 model GTR, and here comes Jono on our left side as well. Look in the mirror, we've got somebody diving it up her inside. Somebody's been spun out. I think that was lingering there. Side Bishop has been given a 1 second penalty, God knows what for. We've been promoted up to 5th as well randomly. I'm not too sure how that's happened. ART Phillips has now found himself in the lead as Dan Holland, I think, got hit in turn 1 by Lindgren, and I think that's what caused Lindgren to spin out. Don't quote me on that, but I think that sounds about right. But anyway, that was a mad turn 1, a mad start to this race. Let's just have a quick look on board with Notice for Blue here. I think he's the one who ends up running into us and kind of sets off a bit of a chain reaction. As you can see, trying to get a bit of temp in the tyres, but just brakes a little bit too late. Runs into me, causing me to run into Jono. Chaos ahead as well, as I can confirm it was Lindgren that run into Dan Holland and caused a complete chain reaction of what happened there. But on to the end of lap 1 on the front straight, Side Bishop serves that 1 second penalty, so he falls back down to P6 now, probably even further back by the time we get to the end of this front straight. But yeah, this has certainly done wonders for us up to P4, but a few moments later, Lockie with a bit of a bad run through that left-hander, as we've got a pretty decent run. We're going to send it up the inside into this left-hander here. A little bit of contact made there, as I can't lie, that was probably a bit scruffy on my part there. I kind of sent it in and yeah, didn't really have the car under full control by the time we got to the apex, so I apologise for that little bit of contact there, man. But anyway, coming on to lap 4 in the exact same spot, we've now caught up to ART Phillips, who completely gets that horribly wrong on the exit. Got up on the curb there, completely unsettles the car, and now we are going to try and make a move for 2nd place. I didn't think I'd be saying that on lap 4, considering we started back in P6, but there you go. Side by side, down the hill now. Very sharp right-hander coming up here. Phillips is going to have the inside line, and I think he will hang on to P2 for the moment. Yes, he does. You can see Dan Holland in the distance there, just driving away. Not a surprise at all. On to, what's this, the final corner now at the end of lap 4. We get the job done, do we not quite? Bit of contact made there with Phillips on the exit. We sent it up the inside, and I think Phillips might have been trying to go for a cutback manoeuvre there on a severely old over and under, but didn't quite work, and we maintain P2. Phillips actually drops back behind Jono as well after that altercation. But yeah, at this point things were looking pretty good for us. Well, I don't want to say comfortably sitting in P2, but we have enough of a margin that we don't have to worry about an attack from any of the guys behind. But getting on to the end of lap 9, I think that was actually a penalty, you could see, for Dan Holland up the road there. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that was probably just track limits, probably a half a second, nothing to really worry about. But he will probably come in to put a little bit of fuel in at the end of this lap. I'm guessing probably seems logical since you've just served a penalty. Indeed he does. He's only got 19 litres of fuel in that car as well as we come in. We've got about 25, so we've got a bit more fuel than the leader. Only 6 litres though, so I don't think that's going to make a hell of a difference as we re-emerge on track. There goes Jono Phillips. Good lord, everybody's flying past us. But down into turn 1, Notice for Blue, I think kind of gives us that spot, to be honest. He definitely could have turned in or tried to fight us there, but he decided against it. Kind of thankful for that, to be honest. Really wasn't interested in trying to fight anybody, as who we got there? Jono and everybody else in the pits at the end of lap 11. That now puts us back into P3, effective P2, as we're still waiting on ART Phillips to make a pit stop to throw some fuel in his car. Now this race was quite interesting, to be honest, because tyre wear wasn't really that big of an issue, but it was really just a fuel saving race. Obviously just a gas and go stop, that's all that was necessary. And yeah, I think I can say with confidence that we probably managed our fuel a lot better than the majority of the guys around us. Didn't really do anything realistically when you think about it, as well. As you can see, Dan Holland has just completely disappeared for what, the 500th time. Just typical. Whenever you see that man on racetrack, he just gets into a rhythm, and it's just a case of see at the finish line. But yeah, like I was saying, for me, fuel saving was pretty good. Didn't really affect us all too much though, as well, as you can see, we got about a 3-second gap to anybody behind. But Dan Holland will come across the line to win here at Fuji. Great drive from him, well-deserved victory. But we're going to come across the line for P2 from P6 on the grid. I am pretty damn happy with that. I think that's actually going to improve my overall point score as well, as I think I was sitting on 280 points, and I think you get 283 or 284 per second. We'll get clarification on that in a few moments time. But yeah, this has been a pretty damn cool race. Very enjoyable. A little bit boring there towards the end, but that's to be expected when you're just running on your own. But there we go. And I can confirm 283 points for position number 2. That's pretty cool. Let's just have a look. 1,178 points puts us 8th on regional ranking. So yeah, we're looking pretty damn cool. I think from memory we can probably maybe get to P6 in the Oceania ranking. That's probably as far as we can get. As you can see, we've got Lingren and Cy Bishop just ahead. But anyway, we'll worry about that another time. But that's it from me today, guys. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for plenty more. And until the next video, the Manufacturer Series, I will see you all next time.